The best humidifiers work by pumping moisture into dry indoor air, delivering a flurry of benefits, from relieving irritated skin, chapped lips, and sore throats to preventing wood floors from cracking. Excessively dry air also puts stress on the mucous membranes, making them more susceptible to allergens and other airborne irritants, says Dr. John McKeon, a former ER doctor and CEO of Allergy Standards, an independent asthma and allergy-friendly certification company. If the relative humidity in your home gets down around 30%, the experts at the Good Housekeeping Institute recommend using a room humidifier. However, not all humidifiers work their magic in the same way. Through continuous testing of these types of devices dating back decades, our experts have gotten hands-on with two main types of humidifiers: cool mist humidifiers and warm mist humidifiers. Here, we compare the pros and cons of each type of humidifier, breaking down the main differences and explaining which option is better to use for coughs and congestion, as well as which is the best type of humidifier for babies. Benefits of warm mist humidifiers. Also known as vaporizers, warm mist humidifiers have been on the market the longest, and they are often the least expensive. The mechanics are simple. An internal heating element boils water, which in turn releases steam into the room. The high temperature reduces the growth of bacteria and germs. Plus, they don't make a lot of noise. Since humidifiers are typically used in winter, the warm mist of air can be nicer than a cold one, too. The major downside of warm mist humidifier is that the hot water can present a burn hazard, for example if the machine were to leak or tip over. That's why our experts don't recommend them in homes with small children or pets. Though it might go against what you were told as a kid, warm mist humidifiers can also cause nasal passages to swell and make breathing more difficult, according to the Food and Drug Administration. So they are not ideal for the treatment of colds. One final drawback: warm mist humidifiers use more energy to boil water. Pros: better at reducing bacteria and germs. Quieter than cool mist options. Warms cooler winter air. Generally less expensive than cool mist humidifiers. Cons: hot steam can pose a safety hazard for children and pets. Might cause nasal passages to swell, so not ideal for colds. Higher energy consumption. Benefits of cool mist humidifiers. For starters, most units sold today are cool mist humidifiers, so you'll have a lot more choice. The absence of any burn hazard makes them safe to use, even around babies. They're also more effective in the treatment of colds because they can shrink nasal passages. One drawback is that cool mist humidifiers are a bit noisier, which can be an issue for light sleepers. Plus, the cool mist of air isn't ideal during cold weather months. But the major downside is that cool mist humidifiers can accumulate bacteria growth more easily if they're not maintained properly. While they are fairly easy to clean, you will have to remember to regularly clean your humidifier to prevent bacteria and mold growth. Evaporative cool mist humidifiers use a fan to draw air through a wet wick and then release the vapor into the air. Our tests have found that they're less likely than most cool mist humidifiers to cause mold or mildew growth in the room because they don't lead to overcondensation on floors or surfaces, says Dan DiClerico. However, upkeep is a bit arduous as you must replace the wick or filter regularly to prevent bacteria growth in the device. Ultrasonic cool mist humidifiers use a high-speed vibrating plate to turn water into a fine mist. With smaller fans and no gurgling water, these are often the quietest option when it comes to cool mist humidifiers. Cleaning is also relatively simple, but you do need to keep these raised off the ground to avoid puddling of the water. Pros: safest for use around kids and pets. Can be used year-round. More energy efficient than warm mist models. Particularly effective at helping with colds and coughs. Cons: can accumulate bacteria growth more easily. Fan technology can be louder than warm mist options.